everyone, welcome back to our series on Don't Live on Emotional Fuel. For this particular one, we're going to aim to talk about a specific emotion and how it can derail us. And so this month's emotion is passivity. Too often, I think that we tend to fear failure. We fear that we're going to mess up, that we're going to not do the thing we really want to do or do it well, and that we'll fail at it. And so we choose to do nothing. We choose to stay in our comfort zone where we're safe and we have everything we need and we're just good, like we're just here. And you're really in this rut, right? And so passivity really can cause a lot of problems in our lives. Passivity really means inaction. And when we do not have an action, when we decide to not make a choice, not making a choice is the choice you are making. And so either way, you're really making a choice whether you think you are or not. And when we choose not to do anything, that in itself is a failure because, we could have done something. And you are left with these what ifs. What if I had at least tried that? Even if it didn't work out, I at least would know that I had tried. And too often, I think that we fear failure so much that we think that we're doing good to just say, no, I'm going to stay in this safe place. And we think that this fear of failure, we think this failure would be so emotionally damaging to us that in hindsight, that 2020 hindsight, we realize that we just missed out on opportunities and instead we're left with these regrets of what if. So what we need to do is have an action, a call to action here. And this one is, don't fear making decisions just because you fear failure. So let me say that again. Don't fear making decisions just because you fear failure. Like we just said, you fail in your inaction and you end up suffering in this haze of I'll never know and what if. And so I encourage you to reflect this month on areas that maybe you are being passive, maybe things where you are saying like, internally you're just like, I'm good here, and maybe you have this niggling idea in the back of your mind and you just keep shoving it back because you're like, no, I'm just not ready for it. No, I don't have the skill set for it, or I just am not going to do well in it. That's a fear of failure. So when you notice you thinking of those things, when you recognize that you're thinking those things, stop and think, oh my goodness, this is a passive attitude and I need to overcome that, because the only way to get rid of the fear, and that fear being failure, is to do it anyways. Because it's better to at least have tried and failed than to never know and to constantly think that you've missed out on things that maybe would have gone amazingly for you. So don't let failure continue to control you. Don't let it create a passivity in you that keeps you from being able to, really deep dive into your dreams and to really become the person you're meant to be, the person that you've been created to be. So I encourage you guys to reflect on that this month, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.